Does it bypass EV and SH, or does it do a penalty? I thought it was a penalty. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, this is good. This is like, I have great defenses, but it's not quite Diesel. It's not quite to the point where I can just sort of raise my middle finger to the extended game and say, ha ha ha, I can tab through everything. It's in that ballpark, though. Okay, we got the horn now. Let's drop some crap. So much stuff. I guess let's drop Berserk Rage. Very, very unlikely that I would want to use that. Yeah, a cool guy maybe. I think that certain places like Dis would take great issue with me trying to tap through them. Drop Potions of Flight. Like even without Torment Hellfire. I think in general you're probably right though. Yeah, Iron Shot, LCS, just like melee from Iron Giants would probably still be kind of a problem with these defenses as good as they are. Probably should have changed my RC to respect my hungry Kobold who is able to eat up to Engorged. It should be a board game, Hungry Kobolds. You guys want to donate to my Hungry Kobolds Kickstarter? I really need the Kickstarter money so that I can hire some lawyers to defend me against the hippo people who will suggest that I'm encroaching on their copyright, but I'm not, because they're kobolds, they're not hippos. Man, where do I want to go? I feel like the safest thing to do is to just hang out in Abyss for a while. Was that, was that a facetious request for me to hang out in Abyss comfy style and farm for a while? Hungry kobolds. No, Flood Killer, that's yeah, I already that's what the Bitcoin's earmarked for. Is for defending against Ebering's high-priced lawyers. I've already got those funds secured. Funds are seifu. All right. I don't know. I feel like we can safely do Zot 1 through 4. And that's going to give us a crap load of experience at least. So this is a free, kind of a free delay. Although, not happy with all these purple Dracs, man. And a Quicksilver Dragon. Never underestimate these dudes, especially when you're, you know, when you're transmuting. But even when you're not transmuting, you have to remember that they can stop you from teleporting. So anything with a Quicksilver Bolt, you should regard as just hilariously dangerous. More importantly, they remove buffs in Zot 5. Sure, you're mighted, agility, hasted. Haste is the big one they can take off. D-missile even. Yeah, so we can't really safely melee raging Quicksilver Dragons just yet. We'll explode the Annihilator just to be safe. How many mutation potions do I have to work with? Oh, my dude, you're going to be so happy to see that we actually lucked into finding the best Wizlab. And so we have 26 potions of mutation. So we also have the Hat of the Alchemist on, so we have our mute. So I can basically erase any mutation that comes my way. It's so beautiful. Just kind of playing with fire there, fighting that melee fighting that gold dragon. There's an awful lot of Maws of Wrath on this floor. Spellcasting up to 18. Yeah, Zerk Gold Dragons, they're not going to care about my piddly 31 AC. You have to have about 50 AC in my experience to be able to laugh at things like Zerked Gold Dragons and Zerked Orb Guardians. Yeah, if you wanna do a really fun combo that requires way too much experience, do Dragon Call and then cast Discord afterwards, or do the same thing just with like Summon Hydra, and you'll see what real melee damage looks like. Right, hold on, let's take a quick pit stop. If Baratato wants to stop lagging, holy shit. Never mind. These amnesia scrolls are behind some deep water. Okay. We're gonna amnesia off Summon Forest. And we're going to basically trade that for, well, we've already got Malign Gateway. They pretty much serve the same purpose, and that's 5 spell levels. That puts me to 13 spell levels. We'll get Tornado. Okay. Tornado obviously is not quite online yet, but that's okay. Train Air Magic. We'll train... Let's train T-Lokes up to like 12. Summoning's up to like... Well, take both to 13. We'll just leave this stuff on like so. And by the end of Deforestation... That's right, I'm an anti-environmentalist. Burn the rainforest. But yeah, by the time we're done with Zot, even 1 through 4, we should have just a ton of power. Alright, let's melee this in dragon form. Very easy. I don't have our mute when I'm a dragon, but I think it's worth it nonetheless, just to kill them quickly. I guess I could probably have just as easy of a time in stat form, although I'll attack a lot slower and do a lot less damage. But the thing is, we have so many mutation potions that I think I'd rather just do the relatively safe thing. Whoa, I'm tabbing and there's a freaking curse toe right on the board. Let's regen. Curse toes are insubstantial, right? Can I BVC them? Oh, I can. Okay. Got hit with Quicksilver. It's cool. We recast. Trying to stay on the staircase. I mean, it may look like this character is unstoppable, but I've been bamboozled by Zot too many times to not want to take it relatively carefully, you know? Got blinked around a bit there. Actually, that was a pretty obnoxious blink since it took some of the dudes out of my line of sight, meaning that BVC dropped off of them. Okay, let's BVC these dudes. Quite a large Draconian pack, man. Okay, I'm out of mana. Let's Ice Blast myself. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. What am I doing? Okay, let's not do that again. Talk about reckless. We actually need to blink out of this. Or fear. Let's fear. I'm not in stat form. How did that happen? I'm guessing I got... Yeah. That's why I took all that damage. Did I get hit with a breath, or was it just ending and I didn't notice? Not so good. But a couple turns passed because I was using slow stat form. Yeah, so this is where all this damage happened. That's fine. I could stomp, which would kill most of this stuff, I guess. I still have 39 EV. We have, like, nerfed potion heal, though. Let me think about this. What's the safest thing to do here? Probably blink. I think I have to blink here, but the thing is I don't have C-blink, so it's kind of risky anyway. I could fear is the thing. That would probably fear off everything but the purple Draconians. But that's still technically 180 damage that could happen. I think fear's the move. Yeah, fear worked. For the most part. And then if we Ice Blast this guy right here, oh wow, the purple Draconian's fleeing. That's a little wild, I didn't expect that. I feel like we almost want to haste, because this is such a dumb situation. But at the same time, buffs could just get taken right off me. Use a Scroll of Summoning. Can I get stomps in while they scatter? I could, but it's a matter of just like how much damage is possible, which is a lot. Okay, we'll go ahead and stomp here. Your Storm Dragon goes berserk. Alright. What happened to my stomp? I didn't kill anything. I don't have enough magic to stomp anymore. Let's just take a step away. Take another step away. I probably want to make some more buddies. I guess I could go ahead and like, you know what, let's go ahead and invis. Because then all the little Draconians can't see me. And we'll just walk away. Alright, so that was my fault. That was my fault for just screwing around. As soon as I got surrounded, I should have been watching things like my... like how long I had left on stat form. It wasn't as dangerous as it looked, but it was extremely dangerous. Okay, this time we'll keep an eye on stat form, just in case. Also, demissile fell, let's put that back up. Players are the leading cause of character deaths in every version. You know, as much as I complain about certain wacky RNG things in this game, I would agree with that. That is a fact. Almost every time you die in this game, it is your fault. Need more spell power on this D-missile. Okay, I'm using positioning to avoid getting tormented too many times. Sadly, he has surrounded me, so we kind of had to cut through with BVC, but it worked out. Alright, fun book. This would have given us Malign Gateway if we didn't already have it. I doubt I'm going to get any use out of that stuff. Okay, we're marked. That's okay. We've already fought the lion's share of the floor. We'll just keep going like that didn't happen. We got the Dig for Victory vault, and because I've been marked, everything is definitely awake. I mean, obviously we're not going to do this vault until we have Shatter. In fact, we might be able to Shatter right now, come to think of it. If we use Brilliance. We would probably need to get rid of some stuff, though. I guess I don't really need Mana Vipers anymore. Since I've got Malign Gateway, that's like the ultimate summon in terms of killing single targets. 6 spell levels left. What do you think? Can I cast Shatter with 13.4 Earth Magic, 28 Intelligence, and a Brilliance Potion? I bet I can. I bet it's around 50% fail rate. Doesn't he? Says no. Even with 19 spellcasting, you sure? Well, we'll come back. We're going to put Super Dumb Vault Dig for Victory. Not without annoyance. Yeah, it may very well be like 70% or something. It's not going to be a fun time trying to get through that, but I feel like we can do it. Just train more Earth. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I need more spellcasting anyway. We can come back for it. There's nothing that's going to be in that vault that's going to make my game so much easier that it's worth rushing into, you know? If I was like lacking something super, super important, you know, then maybe. But it doesn't have a book, and the thing I care about right now more than anything is finding Necromutation. So just kind of shrugging my shoulders, especially since I believe that pretty much everything in there that was a ring. You know, all the stuff I would want, all the artifacts and whatnot. And I'm already in a position where I have more rings than I even know what to do with, considering that I'm just sitting on Ring of Robustness. AC +8. Imagine having Ring of Robustness and not wearing it, you know. That's the position I'm in. Mo rings, mo problems is what I say. Unless you're an Octopode, then you actually want that situation. Nope, doesn't he? I didn't know that. I still need to play Net Hack. World War II. How's that a World War II reference? I'm being linked to a history novel. I'll take a look at that here in a bit. Oh man, we got shafted. We got shafted next to some total BS. Alright, check this out. I took a step up here and then down here, and then I believe I got teleported? You're suddenly yanked, yeah, towards some nearby monsters. I should have just had my dagger on, I guess. Okay, well, refresh stat form. No, it wasn't one of the shifty boys who got me. It was just a plain old teleport trap. Shaft into teleport trap, yeah. Alright, I don't want to get paralyzed by this garbage up there. I guess I'll take a step and another step. Just PVC this stuff. Oops, I didn't want to take that step. You know, if I could have Synv, that'd be pretty sweet. But there's just nothing that's spawned that's worth wearing that has Synv on it. Except maybe at some point, maybe, this +9 int ring. This may very well be like a good Zig ring. By the way, once I have Lich form, I can be a little bit cooler about taking off MR because we get MR plus from being a Lich. KoGl says you were raging about alarm traps and some SPE and ninja runs. Well, that's the thing is, like, honestly, the new trap system, it feels like it was written by somebody who just wasn't very thoughtful about the impact on the late game, or just doesn't know a lot about the late game or about the game in general. Because here's the problem, is that like it becomes so ubiquitous. Ubiquitous? I don't know how to pronounce that. It becomes so common that I was coaching a guy a week or two ago, and we did Tomb together, and I believe it was either Tomb 1 or Tomb 2, we got marked 3 times on one floor because it's considered a late game place, and I guess that the traps become more common as you get deeper into the game. So it's like it was like comically dumb. You like getting marked in Tomb 3? What, to pull everything to the north and then you teleport? I'd like it more if you didn't get wrecked by like Zot traps and dispersal traps and things to mess up your positioning. Yeah, I mean, rogue shenanigans, on one hand, it's good that I don't have to deal with as many shafts on like D1, D2, D3, because let's be honest, like that is, I would say that it's actually more dangerous in the early game, because I mean, I see the direction you're going in, because monsters get harder, and being shafted next to you know, next to more dangerous enemies seems like it would be more dangerous. But think about this: in the early game, you don't have as many abilities and items, and I call them outs, like things that let you get out of bad situations. So, like getting shafted from D1 to D4 is like a death sentence for most characters unless you get really lucky. So, I would say that I like that aspect of it, but at the same time, it makes the late game super stupid. I mean, yes, exactly. If traps have to be in the game, I would agree entirely. That's a cool way to handle it. Flat rate, and then you cannot be trapped up until, let's say, D5. Because at that point characters are established and can generally will have options to deal with BS situations. But I mean, my simple, humble solution to this problem is just take traps out of the game. Just take them out. Problem solved. Oh geez, I should probably be training invocations. I want so much in this game. Traps are mostly a consumable tax. Yeah, a cool guy, that's mostly true. I was actually about to say, unless it happens in Zot 5, but you beat me to it. But like, sure, they're a consumable tax, but they're also, I mean, I think they do genuinely create interesting situations, or can, in the late game. It's just, it also has the propensity to just kind of screw you. Like, imagine getting teleport trapped into the center of, like, the L3 end vault. How dumb is that? How dumb is that? I mean, is there any situation where it seems fair or interesting or, like, I don't know, good for the player experience for them to just be warped next to, like, 5 deep elf sorcerers and a few deep elf high priests and some deep elf master archers for good for good for added fun, you know? I don't know, man. All right, we've done Zot 1 through 4. I don't even want to enter Zot 5 because we could get teleport trapped. On the other hand, I could pop on my dagger, so that can't happen because I do have a minus Tela item. Right next to a Zot trap. All right, more Zot traps. Hey, Alpha User, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's clear out everything that's not the end vault. Just dagger. All right. Shadow traps were a funny thing because, you know, Blokes and countless other people just repeatedly said this is a bad idea, shadow traps are bad, shadow traps are not fun, you know, so on and so forth. But it still managed to make it into a permanent version of the game. Just for somebody's ego, I guess, I don't know. But it's like, to me, I don't understand how that could have possibly been considered a good idea. Just one version, yeah. Well, hey, thanks for coming by, Alpha User. Sniper Elite 3, is that a first-person shooter? Sounds like one. But yeah, I'm curious if a similar thing will happen with the trap revamp as what happened with shadow traps. Wow, that is a mark trap. And then on this side we've got just a beautiful Zot trap I've gotta go through. So I feel like we should just mark and walk away. A cheese trap, yeah. Yeah, my only issue is that what if more stuff comes than I can deal with? I guess I can just haste and walk away. It'll be okay. Let's go. Let's do the mark. Let's get the hell out. Okay. Okay. A little bit of hellfire there. That's okay. Let's regen. Let's easier than luring a Vault Sentinel down here. Well, you noticed I didn't do the Convoker trick because I figured I'd have Shatter by the time I was doing this. But it's okay. But dude, we got quite an ideal sort of area, didn't we? You know, this sweet little 1x1 hallway. How cool is this? Yeah, we're doing Zop 5. It'll be okay. We're using the spell, which is only as good as Fireball, to make this happen. Alright, am I still regenerating? Sort of. Okay, I used a Mana Viper, but then the Orb of Fire just kind of wrecked it. I could Grand Finale him, but I think we can just punch him in the face until he's dead. Get a nice Usk Paralyze. There we go. I think we have an Invis. It's possible that we have an Invis Ancient Lich next to us. I wasn't really paying attention to his positioning. Yeah, there he is. I used the water to spot his location. Can I Grand Finale him? You can't perceive a target there. Sir, I believe you're lying to me. I can clearly see that there's a disturbance. I should be able to insta-gib into the disturbance. Right? Does that make sense? Petition the devs to fix it. I guess I could get Hellfired here. Holy shit. Bolt of Cold. Let's okay, this is not ideal. Also remember we have minus potions, so I really need to kill this stupid Scorcher. Freaking call down Hellfire. Let's Fog. He's damaged, but how am I gonna kill him? Oh, is it marked as a is it really marked as an emergency spell, doesn't he? Because if so, that's the goofiest thing. I was always curious about that. They didn't seem to use it that often. That's wacky. Yeah, it is Smite target. If it's call down, well, they call it Damnation now, but it used to be called Hellfire. If it's call down Hellfire, then it's Smite target. If it's hurl Hellfire, then it's not. Wow, that's gonna make Azrael a lot more dangerous, doesn't he? I think. Anyway. Do I want a Holy Word? This is actually kind of ugly. I'm gonna drink some heal wounds after using that mutation. Alright, now hold on. It goes 4 tiles. Or 5 tiles. So if it hits 2 of these guys, then it's gonna slam the Scorcher. But if it hits more, if it hits all 3 of these dudes, then it will not hit the Scorcher. Just kind of annoying. Just the way bolts work. I guess that we could use Lightning Rod, but we actually can't because he's black, so he's got resistance to electricity. We really need this Scorcher dead, though. Hold on. Ancient Lich. If they've got Invis, he could have Iron Shot, which could do pretty much my whole hit points right now. Not good, not good. Actually, hold up, hold up. What am I doing? I know the solution to this. Which is silence. Makes it so the Lich can't do anything to me. It makes it so this dickhead cannot call down Hellfire on me. And if I need to get to the staircase, I can just haste and walk there. And we have 3 silences anyway, so problem solved, man. We'll just keep aciding. Yeah, Hellfire is a spell depending on who's casting it. If it's like a demon using it, then it's kind of an innate ability. But if it's like a caster, you know, like an elf, a deep elf, or a draconian, then it's a spell. And you can tell if you I don't want to take this. I don't want to take this this hatch because it could send me into the stupid dig for victory thing. Oh wait, no, that was on the floor above. We're safe. Anyway, yeah, you can tell if you here. I'll bring up Scorcher. So if you XV the Scorcher, it'll say it has mastered the following spells, which are affected by silence and anti-magic. And sometimes it'll just say affected by anti-magic if it's like a demon of some sort. Those ones are immune to silence. Sort of like divine versus arcane spells in D&D. Okay, bring in the clowns. Very dangerous. BVC doesn't even really work against them because they blink so much. Can I get some honklers here? Let me get that on stream real quick. Oh, this is very bad. I gotta kill this honkler. I think I'll just swing on him. Yeah, doesn't he? I always found that kind of stupid. I mean, like, here's the problem with silence. The problem with silence is that it used to be this vaguely annoying, but mostly not like super dangerous because it was sort of like a consumable tax, right? Because you had wands like teleport and heal wounds and haste even that you could use while silenced. So you had to use some of your best consumables if a really bad silence situation popped up. And then back then it made sense, mechanically speaking, like balance-wise, that silence would stop your god abilities because you know, there were other things that you would have to get yourself out of it. But now, silence is like this horrifying death machine that stops you from doing just about anything. It's like, I hope you trained evocations and I hope you have a sack of spiders because otherwise you're boned. You know what I mean? I guess technically you could use needles to get out of the situation too, but in general, if a very fast Panlord silences you, you might just be boned, you know? Let's let the BVC deal with this guy. What does he? He's got haste. He could be the Crystal Spear man. We do not want to be Crystal Speared twice in a row. Still don't know exactly which book he's got. BVC is not really working out for me. Why don't we make a Box Beast? Put him in between me and the Lich. He's got Poison Arrow. A lot of stuff happening. Okay, he's not a dangerous lich. All right. Sorry about the screen flashes, guys. Just gotta man mode it. I mean, yeah, if you're like a hardcore melee dude, you can just man mode it and tab through certain things. But like, imagine if you're like a deep elf pure caster or like a Tengu caster, not transmuting, just straight up conjuring your way through extended, and then you get silenced by a very fast panlord. What are you gonna do exactly? How are you gonna get out of that situation? What's your solution? The problem is, like, and here's where I think that my opinions really diverge from the devs of this game. Like, I think that a plethora, like a diversity of character archetypes should be possible, and viable even. You know, I think that they don't necessarily have to be exactly as strong as each other, but I think that there should not be like a magical silver bullet that just kind of wrecks your character regardless of almost anything you do, depending on, you know, what it is that you're playing, right? Because otherwise you've created a game where everybody has to essentially play the same or similar characters if they want to consistently, and that's the key word, consistently win the game. And that's something I just disagree with. Please stop linking me around. You know what? I'll put on the dagger. So we can't get blinked. Speaking of link, let's memorize it. Favorite game end was your shield, broadaxe, gargoyle, berserker. That was a flat end game. Yeah. Yeah, that gargoyle berserker will let you tab through quite a few things. Alright, now I believe, doesn't he, you reminded me that this exists. It is possible, am I right, for me to acquire net by doing this? Yes, it is. I just blink out of it and get myself some more nets. The optimal way. Yeah, I could blink into a teleport trap, I guess, but eh. It's not really well, it would be a big risk if I teleported into like a Zot trap and there was stuff around and then I got paralyzed. That would be the one bad thing that could happen that I would really care about. Yeah, you mentioned that. You said something about this when we were both watching Hellmonk's stream, and it reminded me that that strategy existed. Dude, this is a lot of Zot traps, man. Like a lot of Zot traps. Also, these guardians are all out of position because of the mark trap. Oh, see, look, it's the thing Hellmonk was afraid of. Somebody walked into a net trap and and netted me. Hello, Mr. Clown. Goodbye, Mr. Clown. He never have too many nets, doesn't he? I want like 50 nets. I'll throw them all directly onto this Potter's head. Alright, that's Zot. Zot's done. Now we could take the orb and we could go up and have a really conveniently safe orb run for the most part, given how powerful this character is. And we could go ahead and get our 10 points. But time to orb run 15 runes and zigs. You know, a cool guy, I would actually be totally happy to stream that. Um, like some really outrageous content. Like I know that Dynast likes to do crazy stuff. Like I saw him doing a does run, depths only, you know, depths in hell and can't go into the lair or orc, which is always exciting. I want to do some stuff like that. Just like maybe not when I'm doing a tournament and there's no points for it. I think that I took enough wacky risks last time with that ogre, and it punished me. So we're gonna play the safe way this time. No, it's a funny meme though, and I mean, like genuinely, I think that would make for really good Twitch content. You know, doing orb run 15. There is. It's called a greater orb run. That's a real challenge, man. Um, I don't know how many people have done it. Probably not too many, but probably some. All right. What do we do? Still no necromutation. Yeah, most people just do Orb Run Tomb, which is, I can't imagine how horrifying that would be in modern crawl with the new dispersal traps. You know, Orb Run Tomb dispersal traps. Do you wanna experience the joy of the sort of the carnival? A lot of Zig Shatternado, yeah, probably. Speaking of that, how are we coming along on Tornado? 95%. I want to look at artifacts on Zot 3. Was it Zot 3? No, it's Zot 2. This is the one with that trap. It's just 2 rings. Okay. It's really just a matter of like, do I want to have a nice chill time in the Abyss for a while or not? I feel like this character's plenty strong to actually do the rest of Extended, you know? Especially with Malign Gateway online. That's pretty sick. Speaking of which, let's take that up just a little bit more to get out of the yellow range. Probably do some of the easy hells or pan. Yeah, because we may very well not even have to farm Abyss at all. But quote-unquote easy hells, I don't know about. Yeah, alright, Alright, we'll go to pan. We will go to pan. Is there anything I want to drop first? Not really. Bro. Oh man, I thought I was going to get to have a cool stab. Okay, he's got summon horrible things, slow. See, I actually like doing hell first rather than pan. And I agree entirely that it can be more randomly dangerous because it can do things like dump you right here next to a pan lord who may or may not be incredibly powerful. We have enough evocations, I think, that we can probably survive such a problem. But yeah, I like the fact that hell you can just walk right out of. Okay, let's BVC this dude. He's invisible. Just need a Silence Chaos Panlord to ruin your day? Yeah, pretty much. This is ruining my day a little bit. I'm not liking what's happening here. He's got a ton of melee on me. Okay, we got him. Okay. Alright, we'll put on regen. I guess I should I'm just leaving, dude. There's an exit right here. And we'll just leave this floor behind and rest up. Hey, it's Holy Pan. Wow, quitter. I had to quit. I had to quit because of WoW King the Pan Lord. Why? I thought about magic mapping, but I know exactly how this floor looks, so... Time to scum Holy Pan. Dude, you can get a hell of a lot of experience in here, it's true. Stat form is just beautiful in here. Although maybe not this vault here with all the Devas. It would be better than scumming Abyss. Not entirely, because of the fact that I can't get items, and the whole point of farming Abyss is actually not for experience, it's because I want to find Necromutation. Bad hit points is a problem, I guess, but we've got Malign Gateway, and we've got stat form plus BVC, which will let me kill pretty much anything. The only real problem is I don't want to get smited a lot. But yeah, this is I can see where you're coming from, doesn't he? But I think it's less bad than it looks. Like, look at this. He's gonna smite me a few times, but he just dies to BVC. He was injured from the... Dude, I'm so pissed off! Are you guys seeing this? +8 large shield of the kettle drum. Plus blink, dex +2, plus stealth. I have never, maybe once, seen such a nice large shield in Holy Pan, and the day that I see it, I'm a little baby kobold, and I cannot wield, I cannot heft such a shield. I feel kind of ripped off, I guess. The old Felid finding the Dragon King armor on D2. Yeah, that's equivalent, I would say. Play as an animated version of that shield for the rest of the game. Yeah, hands does good work. And the thing is that the other good thing about BVC is that I think it nerfs their SH, maybe, as well. But if you can manage to get next to them, you can kill them. Oh my god, I'm not in staff form. Derp. I was like, why isn't he dying? I should one-shot him, right? But yeah, I mean, when in doubt, just put your grimy zombie hands all over the people you don't like, and they will probably die. Unless they're insubstantial. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Let's take a step here. I don't want to fight with so many things able to smite me at the same time. But we've got C-Blink, so I'm not super worried. I'm worried about stat form ending though. Check it out. I'm gonna acid these dudes. Okay, very dangerous vault. Just incredibly, incredibly dangerous, and I fought way more Devas than I wanted to at the same time. Smite can just really ruin your day. No, I knew I wasn't in stat form. I just I didn't want to stat form because, weirdly enough, so here's the thing about stat form. Like, yeah, it gives you more hit points, and everybody knows it slows you down. But in this particular place in the game, I'd almost rather not be in stat form if I'm trying to finish Devas off quickly, because that gives them a chance to smite me for another 17 damage every single time something happens. So, like if I'm using my wands to finish stuff off, then the deal is that I just want to kill it faster, right? So in that particular situation, it wasn't like me forgetting to put stat form on. It was just that I was kind of low on hit points already, and I just wanted to finish off the fight. And your wands will do that for you pretty reliably. Maybe not as reliably as I'd like because I only have 10 evocations, but still pretty reliably. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.